You know what's weird? There's a lot of guys right now who are eating right, who are training right, but still feel weak, not just physically, but basically in everything. They wake up with no energy. They don't have energy throughout the day. They're not progressing in the gym after months of training, despite training super hard and eating enough protein. They're losing the drive, the motivation. Everything starts to get harder, even basic things, basic daily things. And then they say, I don't have the motivation to get in shape, to get healthier. And the worst part is that they don't even know why this is happening. Because on paper, they're doing everything right. They're going to the gym 5-6 times a week. They're eating enough protein and vegetables. They're trying to get the 8 hours of sleep every single night. But honestly, I think that they're not wrong and they're not right. They're kind of in the middle. Example with training. A lot of guys that comes to work with me, usually they've been working out for a year, a few months, and they are not seeing results. And what I notice is that they have these ups and downs in their training because there are a few things are missing there that will help them keep making progress for a whole year straight, especially if you're starting out or you were intermediate. And what happens in a period of 3 months is that they basically make no progress because of these ups and downs. You may lose a bit of body fat. Yes, that's good, but their strength doesn't go up. They're not building more muscle. They're not seeing physical changes. Their energy is still low. They still bloated, inflamed, brain fog. They wake up tired. And this is a bad sign. And usually this is because they have lack of a system. They're going through the motions and they're training wrong. They're training like a bodybuilder. They're chasing the pump. They're doing multiple exercises, multiple reps, multiple sets in a single session. And their fatigue, recovery, and force production ratio is all over the place. And this is important to consider if you want to make the best progress possible. And what about the diet? Yeah, they eat clean. They avoid some processed foods. They eat enough protein, lean protein. They eat the vegetables, but they're missing the fats because most people think that a low-fat diet is the best or cholesterol is this evil thing. They're missing key nutrients, nutrient-dense foods. Food timing is not the best. This is important also. Food timing influences your energy levels throughout the day. In the morning, when you wake up, what you eat is a good indicator of your energy for the next 5 hours, for how clear your brain feels. This is important and a lot of people miss out. And when we fix this in my coaching, they notice the differences right away. And then there's the other part that is very lacked, the lifestyle, which is the biggest problem of most because they don't have the organization. And when you build bad habits for years, it's hard. It's not impossible, but it takes more time for you to do these little changes. Having enough sunlight throughout the day, moving your body, hydrating yourself, grounding, being in a place where you have fresh air, inconsistent sleep, food choices, snacking random stuff, managing stress. Managing stress comes all the way from your diet, training, and lifestyle. It's not just lifestyle. With a good diet, you will be able to manage stress way better. And with the right training, you can manage your stress levels, your fatigue levels better. Too much fatigue from training will affect your stress levels throughout the day, throughout the weeks. So yeah, nothing is completely wrong or right. They're trying to do the things. They have this surface level knowledge. Avoid processed foods, eat enough protein. Exercise because it's important for your health, for you to feel great. Build the confidence, build the physique. Sleep 8 hours a night. All of these things they know, but they're kind of in the middle. And when you are in the middle, you kind of get comfortable. You don't see results. And I'm a person who doesn't like being in the middle. I'd rather be in the low because on the low, it will force me to work, to think, to act in ways that will help me be in this position where I'm winning. And when you're winning, you want to keep winning. You want to keep making progress in the gym. You want to keep getting healthier. You don't want to lose your health. You don't want to lose your energy. You don't want to break your routine because it feels amazing. But when you're in the middle, it's kind of, you're not losing and you're not winning. You kind of get comfortable here because it doesn't require much energy, much effort. You're kind of comfortable. And I don't like to be in that place. And I advise most people not to be in the middle. And because of this, they're in the middle. That's why they don't make progress that they want. They don't go to the next level, because real strength, real muscle doesn't just come from lifting weights. Just lifting weights, it's easy. It comes from a whole system working properly. If your energy is low, you will not train well. If you're not well fed, you will not have the adaptations needed. You will not have the motivation. If your recovery is horrible, the progress will be affected. So all of these things are all interlinked. And that's why people get stuck in this loop of not making progress. They make some progress, they go down. They make some progress, go down. And they get stuck in this loop for many years to come. And eventually they think they need more motivation. They're not doing enough. No, that's not the case. Most people don't need motivation. If you're able to go to the gym, I don't think you need motivation. You need a system, easy thing that you can follow that will make your life easier, so you can do it for enough time. And motivation, when you're healthy, when you have the right inputs, food, sleep, lifestyle, you will have motivation. You don't need to look for motivation. You'll always have this motivation. So motivation is not the problem for most people. It's the guidance, is the system, is the structure. So you need to fix your inputs, how you eat, how you live, how you train. Quick examples. You may sleep 7 hours a night, but they're broken. A broken sleep pattern. You wake up multiple times at night. You don't have this deep restorative sleep. It is better to have 5 hours of deep restorative sleep than 7 hours of waking up multiple times a night. Or it's not just enough to eat the protein. You need key nutrients. You may eat protein from meat and protein from tofu or something like that. They're not the same. On paper, they may be the same, but how your body reacts to it, how you utilize the nutrients, how you absorb it, it's completely different. This is why a lot of people miss on their journey, health, strength. They're not seeing results. They're not progressing, like I said, because on paper, they're doing everything right. And with your training is the same thing. A lot of people think that doing more is the best thing they can do, but you're just accumulating unnecessary fatigue, and this will hinder your ability to recover, to build muscle, to build strength. Simplicity wins most of the time with your training. You just need to have the right system for basically everything I just said. So if you're interested, first link in the description for coaching and seeing some results that I had with my clients.